This is my army for this battle. Sorry for the lighting, kinda. Yeah, there it is. There's better. My Ork army, 1850 points. My Warboss here, Warboss Gron. He's got a Power Claw, heavy armor, the dead shiny Shuda, I believe it is. The dead Shuda, I don't know. But it's a relic. Got 5 knobs, 3 Power Claws, and a Wog Banner in there. 3 Mega Knobs, one with double kill saws. Right here, squad of 30 boys with a knob Power Claw. Same thing over there, 30 boys with a knob and a Power Claw. 2 squads of 10 Ludas. A truck with 7 tank busters. Another truck that's gonna go with the Mega Knobs. Over here, got a battle wagon. It's gonna go with the Warboss and the knob. And way back there, I got Def Copters with twin link rockets. Also in the battle for free, I'm getting this autocannon, twin link autocannon thing, Aegis defense line thing, and 2 of these cannons, which I made, which are pretty cool. And we'll come and alright.
Okay, here we go. 1850 points of salamanders. This is my army here. Start right here with this little fortification. I have a Tech Marine with a Thunderfire cannon right there. Another group of heavy supports, Centurions, Devastator Centurions with missile launchers and grav guns for each of those 3 guys. Have a group of 10 Tactical Marines right there. Sergeant, this actually only has 1 special weapon, or a heavy weapon, the missile launcher. This is my Storm Talon right there, and it has just the twin assault cannons and heavy bolters. A Rhino right there. 5 scouts with camo cloaks. 1 guy, the sergeant, actually has a missile launcher. The last heavy support group I have is the 5 Devastators right there. They have 2 missile launchers, 2 plasma cannons, and my Space Marine sergeant has a Melt-A-Bomb. I have 3 drop pods. 1 has a teleporter Homer, the one with the big little rod sticking up right there. In each of them, this is 1 group. It's my Warlord, the Chapter Master. He's coming with a group of Stern Guard. The Stern Guard, there's 4 Melta guns, 2 Combi Meltas, and a Sergeant with the power weapon. In the other drop pod is my Librarian, and with the command squad. And those guys have 2 Thunder Hammers. 1 obviously is a Apothecary, 2 Power Fists, and again my Librarian has 2 Warp Charges. It's my Librarian Ortiz, and he has Telepathy, it's a Psychic Shriek, Terrify, and Invisibility. And this last group is just a tactical group, and they're in the last drop pod. And it's just a group of 10 guys with a heavy weapon and a flamer. Just to mention real quick, one of the special things the Salamanders have here is my Chapter Master. He's actually coming. He's no points to this actual point total, so this 1850 is excluding him. He actually has Feel No Pain for his Warlord trait, and his name is Chapter Master Cortez. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and set up, and we'll come back and have the first turn.
In the last game, just to recap for the narrative, the chaplain lost the battle to Big Mech Skagor, and sent recording saying the Orks are here and they're tough and all, but and so the Chapter Master responded with his force and the Librarian. He sent the Librarian to come here, and the chaplain to chase after Skagor. The Chapter Master has decided to come accompany the Librarian to try to kill the Warlord, Warboss Gron, hoping that killing the Warboss will cut the head off the beast and everything else will fall down from that. So that is what's going on. We'll do the other battle, Chaplain Matthias, chasing after Skagor next. But here the Orks are going first, no seizing the initiative, and the mission of the Space Marines is just to kill Warboss, the Warboss Gron, and the Orks are to kill the Space Marines, I guess. Alright, Orks turn 1. Alright, so in my movement, boys moved up, Defcopter's moved, and the truck moved the terrain. He's hiding over there. This truck and battle wagon moved forward. So did these Orks. And now we're gonna start shooting. Now we're gonna go into the shooting phase. So these boys just moved up. These Ludas shot, destroyed, killed a lot of Devastators. Defcopters killed the Thunderfire cannon. And that was all the shooting over here. One spaceman was killed over there from the truck, I believe. That was the shooting over there. Alright, before I go into the other shooting, the Space Marines are here to assassinate Warboss Gron. But coincidentally, this is a double assassination attempt. For the Chaos are also here. Their mission also to kill Warboss Gron. And that's the Orks have coincidentally been surrounded by both Space Marines and Chaos, both of them unknowing that the other force is really there. But so the Orks did come and shoot at the Chaos. We did say no charging turn 1, so that's why I'm really close. I could have charged and stuff, but we didn't. No charging turn 1. But shot these boys, tank busters, and the battle wagon. All of these, mostly cultists. Killed a bunch of them. Took a whole point away from the Rhino. And that was basically my turn. Didn't do much. But yeah, so now the Chaos are here, and I'm gonna go over their list right now. All right, going over this list. Already got some casualties in the list. Got Chaos Lord Drago. He's got a Juggernaut. Got the Axe of Blind Fury. Pistol, 4+ invulnerable save. Also, his Warlord trait was Immovable Objects. He got It Will Not Die. He also, on the boon table, he got Warp Frenzy, so he has +1 attack. So he's pretty good. 3 Obliterators, 20 Cultists, 2 Flamers, a Rhino filled with 10 Corn Berserkers, one of them with a Power Fist, a Vindicator, a Predator. This one's kind of weird. I got it off eBay, and I'm just gonna play it how it looks. Twin linked assault cannon and 2 heavy flamer sponsons. And I'm also gonna say that it's fast. I'm kind of thinking it's like a Blood Angel, Predator. 2 Spawn, Chaos Spawn, Mark of Nurgle. 20 more Cultists, 2 Flamers. Another Rhino filled with 10 Chaos Space Marines, a Plasma Gun, and a Flamer. And 9 Raptors, 2 Melted Guns, and 1 Power Fist. And also I have a Health Drake. So, and we rolled off, and the Chaos are going before the Space Marines. So, and also another rule that the Chaos and the Space Marines, since they don't know the other army is there, cannot fight each other and until like every Ork is dead, if that ever happens. But yeah. So movement. Drogo joined the Chaos spawn. They stayed behind the wall. Obliterators moved up a little bit, so the Vindicator, so the Rhino, and they popped out the Corn Berserkers. Cultists moved up, got the Flamers close to flame the Orks. Cultists moved up, got the Flamers close. Predator moved up. Rhino moved, but got immobilized onto that terrain. And the Raptors moved up. They're all swarming over that Warboss. See what happens. Alright, after shooting, these guys shot multi-meltas in here. Did really only all the damage onto the battle wagon, but it's still alive. Only one has 1 whole point left. Shot some other stuff in to take off another one. Oh no, just I took off 3 whole points from this. A bunch of Flamers from the Cultist and this Predator shot in, killed a bunch of Knobs. There's only 2 knobs left. These guys completely missed. And then there's a plasma gun guy in here who tried to blow it up, but he just killed himself. Cultists, rhinos, and the Vindicator all shot into these orcs, killed a bunch of them, but they made their leadership to stay. And so now we're going into Space Marines turn 1.
Okay, we're just going to go over the whole entire Space Marine turn. I went ahead and got this drop pod right here. My Librarian came out. He actually put invisibility on the group. And then the rest of this this whole portion of my army shot at that one tank right there.
One truck.
I just was able to take one
whole
point away.
No, it took away 2. There's one whole point left.
Okay, because
and it's immobilized.
So basically, all these guys shot. They didn't do a whole lot.
The only guys that did anything were the Centurions. They're the ones who took away the 2 whole points.
Yeah. Over here, over here, my other drop pod came in. My chapter master and his group of Stern Guard popped in. They were able to get within melter range. A couple of them, at least. They took out the battle wagon. It exploded, and 2 wounds were taken away. So 1 orc died because one had 1 wound already. So those guys came out, and in the explosion, my guys were not hurt. So that's the end of my turn, and we'll go into orc turn 2.
All right. So in the movement phase, Warboss Gron saw he was being completely surrounded, unknowingly the other surrounders, whatever. So Gron decided to attach himself to this orc boy squad that he called over, while the knobs over here. They're going to try to take out the chapter master here. Warboss sees it as a good fit to challenge. Over here, boys moved over. I am going to call my Wog. And this turn, boys moved over. Mega Knobs jumped out of the truck since it's immobilized. Deathcopters moved up. And we're going to just try to take everyone out. Let's see if the Orks can do it. 1850 points versus double 1850 points. Alright, shooting here. Killed a bunch of Marines. They went to ground though, but I saw some missiles from tank busters and they survived that. All in told, 5 were dead. There's only a couple left. The Sergeant Victor, Chapter Master Cortez, and some guy. Also, Ludus shot at the Raptors, killed 2 melter guns, and also at the Cultist, killed 8 of them. And yeah, that was it for shooting over here. These boys ran forward. These Mega Knobs shot here. They were invisible. I got 1 hit, and I wounded the Terminator, but he rolled a 1, but he got his feel no pain save. So there's a lot that happened there. It was pretty crazy. Deathcopters shot the Rhino, mobilized it, and 2 whole points are gone. So now we're going to go into charges. Most likely these boys will multi-charge the Rhino and the Marines, and these guys are just going to charge into those guys, probably recklessly. But let's see what happens. And charges over here. Recap assault. All that's left is the chapter master with lost a wound. He gets another extra wound than normal.
He did get a kill point, killed 1 knob and a couple boys, but
when you were rolling saves, since a bunch of boys he rolled 4 1s, but he has tenacity as his warlord trait, so it's feeling good. He rolled that warlord trait and he gained back 3 of his wounds, so he just lost a wound. Pretty lucky. Over here, the Mega Knobs charged, and they were invisible, so I only hit twice, luckily for me. Killed 2 of them, but they were wiped out, because they all have Power Fist and Thunder Hammers in this squad.
And that was a big assault, too.
And over here,
4-3.
Yeah, he killed 4 Orks, and I killed 3 Space Marines. It's pretty bad, but I made my leadership, and they're just staying there. So now, going into Chaos. Turn 2. Alright, movement for the Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Space Marines dropped out of the mobilized Rhino. Cultists moved up. So did the Predator. Jump. Raptors moved up. Lord Drago and his spawn moved up. So did all the Cultists, Vindicator, and Obliterators. Everyone moved up. And also, a new special rule, because I didn't think about the Space Marines might be drop podding down to kill Warboss Gron. If we're gonna roll, because now these Chaos Space Marines can see this drop pod, obviously. can't really see the Chapter Master, but now the Chaos Space Marines also have the priority of not only killing the Warboss, but also killing any Space Marine thing that they can see or has seen them. So they need to try to destroy this drop pod. They still haven't seen the Chapter Master because of the bulk of Warboss Gron. But if he dies and all those Orks die, then they'll have to try to kill the Chapter Masters. They don't want anyone to know that they're here. Also, that the Chaos Space Marines can't shoot into this combat since it's just Orks and Space Marines. And it does none of their own models, so they can shoot in there. So now going into Chaos Space Marine shooting phase. In the shooting phase, a bunch of shots were shot into the Orks. 4 died by just miscellaneous shots. Truck was destroyed, and I killed a tank buster and 2 looters. And that was my shooting phase. Now I do charges. These guys might charge this drop pod or the Orks, but Lord Drogo and those spawn are going to try to charge these Orks. So in assault, Raptors charge this drop pod to try to take it out because they don't want people to know they're here. Only took a whole point away. Lord Drogo and his spawn did get into combat, and now officially the Chaos Space Marines know the Chapter Master Cortez is here, so they got to try to kill him and the Warboss. All the Warlords are in this combat. Chapter Master Cortez, Warboss Gron, and Lord Drogo.
Right now we're doing a challenge.
Yeah, these guys are challenging
Space
here.
Marine and Ork.
But the first to attack are these boys, since the Chaos went through terrain to get here. And everyone else is initiative 1. So the boys are going to attack these spawn. It's going to be pretty awesome. We'll see what happens. Alright, all the warlords in this battle, and not a lot happened. The Orks attacked to put a bunch of wounds on the spawn, but or on this squad, but the Juggernaut Lord made a bunch of his saves. All his saves. With his demon weapon, he rolled a 1 and then lost a wound. And so he had to hit on 5s because he became weapon skill 1 and didn't hit anything. The spawn killed like 4 Orks, I don't know, a couple Orks. And in the challenge, the Warboss didn't do anything because Cortez still had his 2+ invulnerable save from the armor Indominus, and I lost 2 wounds from his power fist. So Warboss has 2 wounds left. Lord Drogo 4. Chapter Master Cortez 4. And now, alright, now we're going into the Space Marines turn 2. Turn 2, yeah, wow. Right.
Okay, just to recap, we'll start over here, I guess. I jumped these Space Marines out 6 inches, they're right there. I moved the Centurions this way 6 inches. I did get these 2 groups in, the Scouts and this Storm Talon. And my last reserve was this drop pod of Space Marines. They're coming to the aid of their captain,
who unwittingly came down into and found some Chaos Space Marines attacking.
Yeah. So now, since they do see them, they're right now. There's no fog of war. They're going to go ahead and try to help their captain, their Space Marine Chapter Master, and take out these Chaos Space Marines.
All right.
Okay, just to recap shooting, the Centurion shot at the Death Coptas and
wiped them out.
Basically.
A couple of the shots
Yeah, the
finished
Space
them off.
Marines kind of helped out a little bit, but basically it's these guys with their grab amps and grab cannons.
Also here we got to say that the invisibility got off in the psychic phase, but he perils and lost a wound.
Yeah. And then I went ahead and took one more. No, I didn't do anything to this, so I'm going to try to assault it right there. We'll come back for that, but before that, over here in shooting, those Space Marines jumped out and were able to kill 2 of those Raptors, so they made their leadership.
Alright, in Space Marine assault phase, we just did this challenge here. Cortez put 1 wound on my Warboss, and Gron put 3 wounds on the Chapter Master. So Wolf with 1 wound left. Over here, Librarian Ortiz and his guys took out the truck. And over here, my boys finished off the Space Marines and are consolidating forward. So now we're going to go into Orks turn 3. Movement and shooting phase. Tank bushes moved up. Blew off the heavy flamer off the Predator. Then try to charge it. Luda's here. One squad shot at the Raptors, didn't do anything. The other squad shot at the cultist, killed a lot of them. They still need to make a leadership test. That auto cannon shot at the plane, took away a whole point and stunned it. Boys here shot and are gonna charge these Space Marines. And there's still a battle going on here, so we'll see what we'll come back to the assault phase. Alright, here Orks won, killed 4 Marines, 3 Orks died. But a couple Orks died in Overwatch too, sadly. But still, they're locked in combat here. Over here, we're gonna roll this combat here with this challenge of Warboss Gron versus Chapter Master Ortiz.
And how many assaults does my Chapter Master get? 5 still, or 4?
I don't know. We're gonna get our dice ready. All right, I rolled to hit. I got 3 hits. I rolled to wound. I got 3 wounds. Well, now we're gonna roll
to
Ortiz
see what
go.
the Chapter Master does.
Cortez.
So that
4 hits,
4
gets
hits,
to
I'm
reroll
gonna do
1.
the reroll.
Mastercraft.
So that is a hit, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not?
No.
Okay.
4 hits.
Oh, they're the same, right? It's 92s. Oh my
God.
god.
3
what?
1 wound.
That's not even right. Okay.
And I had 3 wounds.
Okay. So roll yours first.
I get a 6+ feel no pain.
Oh my god. I was gonna like...
I died.
That's not possible. Okay, I need 4s, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, he died too.
It's completely wrecked.
Oh my gosh, but both the Chapter Master and the Ork die. But in doing so, they did what they were supposed to do, kill each other.
Alright, at the end of the combat, the Spawn and the Lord Drogo finish off the Orks. And they're moving over to take out the Space Marines, so take out anyone else who knows that chaos are on this planet. And yeah, that was the end of assaults. Now we're going into chaos. Turn 3, I believe. Yeah. Alright, the Chaos Space Marines are consolidating now. Now the Ork Warboss is dead. Not at their hands, but they won't say that. They're going to their next priority to kill off any Space Marines within their vicinity and take out some more key Ork units that might hinder their progress. Yeah, so this is our movement. Helldrake did come in. Everyone moved forward, and we're going to go into shooting and assault. Alright, so shooting. I'm going to recap shooting and assault. Tank busters were taken out. With help from mostly this guy. Yeah, he just wiped him out, the Predator. Ludas fell back from shooting from the Vindicator and the Rhino. Let him fall back. And then I shot a bunch into these Marines that have been charged by the Spawn and Lord Drogo.
The majority were flamed to death.
By the Helldrake, yeah. 6 of them died by the Helldrake. And I've charged this Land Raider. I keep on calling it Land Raider. What is it called? Drop Pod. All the priorities have been taken out besides the Space Marines, so the chaos are still not done. Here in Assault, I blew up the drop pod. And once again, I rolled another one with the demon weapon, and I lost another wound. Now I'm going to the Space Marine's turn.
Okay, in movement phase, I moved this group right here, 6 inches. The Librarian leading. He did get off invisibility for his group, so that's in place. I moved these Centurions, single filed them this way, trying to hit these guys right here, and try to stay away from the Warboss there, the Power Claw.
That Centurion jumped off because he knew he was gonna die.
I know. Over here, my plane just moved forward and is gonna shoot at those Ork boys right there, those Ludus, and take a couple shots with these missile launchers at the Ludus. Okay. Okay,
so the plane shot here didn't really do much. And then 2 missiles
guys killed
a bunch of guys, 4, something like that.
They made their leadership. Over here, the assault, the Centurions got in, the Librarian and his group did not. But actually a very good group with the Space Marines and the Centurions were able to kill like 9 Orks and 4 Space Marines died. So we're still locked in combat, and
thanks to the mob rule.
Yeah, that's the end of the turn.
Alright. And so now we're going into Orks. The few that are left. Here to finish it off, the Orks killed the last Marine and killed a Centurion. Really, there is not much left to do. These guys shot at the plane, didn't do anything. Really, I mean, the game's basically over. The Chaos turn, they're going to try to take out this Land Raider for narrative reasons, I guess. But basically the game is over. But yeah, just to recap.
So, as far as objectives, the Space Marines killed the Ork Warboss.
Yeah.
The Warboss killed the Chapter Master, and the Chaos are undetected for Space Marines.
As long as they kill this.
Okay.
Alright, in Chaos turn, they took out the Land Raider. Drop pod. My gosh. Took out the drop pod. So they're the Unseen Menace. They're done. And we're just going to do the Space Marine turn just because Volander wants to take out the last Orks.
That's the last turn 4, the third team. So yeah, we'll do that.
Alright. End of the game, end of turn 4, and end of Space Marine's turn.
Yeah, in the last charge, I did get challenged. I declined it, but the rest of my guys, the Thunderhammers, these two Centurions, and then my Apothecary took out the last
Orks.
2-3 Orks. I guess it's a knob with 2 wounds and 1 guy. So
And then all the shooting here.
Yeah, all the shooting, I was able to kill all but 2 of those looters.
And they're the only Orks left in the entire 1850 point list. The only things left.
So in the Space Marines' eyes, it was pretty much a win because they think they just decimated the Ork. They killed the Warboss.
Killed the Warboss, and they took out all the Orks.
Yeah.
Though truthfully, they do not know that the Chaos were here, you know, killing some other guys. They really didn't do that much. They just killed some Space Marines. And we are now going to roll to see what happens to the characters and stuff, other minor characters. But the real question would be, why were the Chaos even here? It's a coincidence that both these armies came at the same time and both on the same mission to kill Warboss Gron. This Warboss is a much hated person, and we'll see now that the Warboss is. We'll see if the Warboss dies, because it could signal the destruction of the Ork army. These are the characters that died in this game. Warboss Gron, leader of the Orks, warlord of the Orks, Chapter Master Cortez, and who they both killed each other like at the same time, and Sergeant Victor. When we roll 1 through 6, a 7 a character dies, but what happens also on a 5 or 6 you lose a wound. So that means if Victor rolls a 5 or 6 he'll die. +1 because this Chapter Master was insta-killed by the Warboss basically at the end. Power Claw ripped him up. So if he rolls a 6, he will die. And because this was a assassination attempt, so the characters were really trying to make sure that the character died. Warboss Gron was
now the
majority.
Reason we do this is because these are Eternal Warriors, is that right?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But so on a 5 or more, this guy Warboss Gron dies. All right, the crossroads. Let's see if they live or die. Warboss Gron first up onto the mantle. 1. That would be a no injuries, but since it's +2, it's a minor wounds. So Warboss, so he survived. Now he is mad, and the story goes is that he fights his way, crawls his way to one of his Ork bases around, beats the information of what happened, who were these spiky Space Marines that came, and why the other Space Marines came, and he gets information that the Big Mac has betrayed him, and he's lost half of his army, the Big Mac, and now are attacking him again. So he wants revenge. Next up on the mantle of the crossroad would be Chapter Master Cortez. Let's roll for him.
Apothecary to come to his aid just in case. We'll see what happens. Want to roll low. 3.
3, so that is +1. It's still for a minor wound. So that just means he loses like a weapon skill and stuff. We're gonna roll another dice for him because he was knocked out. And we're gonna roll to see if he remembers that there were actually he saw chaos. He doesn't know what he really saw, but we're gonna roll to see if he is able to piece the puzzles together that he actually saw chaos. So on a 4+, he actually saw chaos, and he knows they're here. It's a 5.
He knows.
He knows.
I guess the Apothecary helped him out.
And then last on the crossroads block will be
Sergeant Victor, just a guy. He survived the last game, so we thought it'd be cool to have him be in this game. But he was ripped open by the Warboss, so we're gonna add 1 to this roll.
1. Oh, he survived.
He survived. I guess the Warboss saw the Chapter Master was more worried about that, so he just kind of knocked him to the side. He was hurt, but just a minor wound. He's lost a weapon skill. Or we'll just say nothing happened.